This is Saiman Shetty, your trusted EB1A profile building expert from Smart Green Card. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about the complete EB1A Green Card process. If you are someone who is completely unaware or slightly familiar with the first preference green card category, stay with me till the end and get all your questions answered. Let's begin. So what is the EB1A Green Card? EB1A is a first preference immigrant visa designed for individuals who have extraordinary abilities in any of the following fields. It could be the businesses, it could be sciences, education, arts, or athletics. Since EB1A is given first preference, it's your fastest route to achieving permanent residency in the United States, unlike other green card categories like EB2 or EB3. Well, what's more, it allows you to bypass the tedious labor certification process. Again, unlike the EB2 or the EB3 or the H1B visa, you do not even need employer sponsorship to apply for the EB1A Green Card, giving you more control and flexibility over the entire process. Well, what's the biggest perk though? After you get the EB1A approval, you gain unparalleled freedom to work, live, and travel in America and outside America without restrictions. It's the means to an end of your immigration hurdles, the fastest way at that for Indians right now. While EB1A category certainly carries a lot of privileges, it's certainly also not a walk in the park. Let's talk about the eligibility in the next segment. While evaluating your EB1A profile, USCIS primarily looks for these things. They look for evidence of extraordinary abilities in your field, sustained national and international acclaim, the fact that you have risen to the zenith of your field, your original contributions have advanced your field in an unprecedented manner, you intend to continue contributing to your field of expertise, and if you are given the EB1A Green Card, you're going to uphold the field of endeavor that you got it under. Now, one way to prove extraordinary ability is giving USCIS evidence of a major one-time award like the Nobel Prize or the Oscar. Have the alarm bells started ringing for you already? Well, don't start panicking yet. There's also other ways to obtain an EB1A Green Card by meeting at least 3 of the following 10 criteria laid out by USCIS. And that's what most people do, because let's have it, most of us do not have a Nobel Prize, we don't have a Grammy, we don't have an Oscar, we don't have any of that. Now, let's take a look at some of these eligibility requirements though. Number 1, the evidence of lesser known awards and or prizes. So there are several awards that are not necessarily as prestigious as the Nobel Prize, but then it is within your field and the scope of what people in your field get, and it is much easier to get those awards and prove that they are exclusive for your field itself. Membership in prestigious associations that require outstanding achievements. Published material about your work in the media, so like press articles about you, stuff like that. Performing a critical role in a distinguished organization. Evidence of original contributions of major significance in your field. Evidence of receiving a higher salary compared to your peers, and a few more criteria which are applicable to the broader audience as well. Now, what kind of evidence are we really talking about here? Let's find out next. In order to support your extraordinary ability claim, you need to gather and present strong evidence for sure. It includes a variety of supporting materials and documents that showcase your achievements. These could be publication in professional journals, invitation to speak at exclusive events or conferences, why you got invited, recommendation letters from other people in the field, patents, licenses, contracts, product documentation, or any proof of your original contributions, awards, memberships, or grants. You can also use widespread citations of your usage of your work or public commentary of your work, all sorts of media articles that are published in major media, the financial impact of your work. So what I just said in one breath right now is obviously not exhaustive. A great thing about the EB1A criteria is that they are wide open to interpretation. They give you plenty of opportunity to get legally creative and prove your extraordinary ability in a number of ways. After you've gathered all of the evidence, you need to organize and present it in a legally compelling manner, which is what I'm going to discuss next. Now that you have all the necessary evidence, the next step is creating a robust EB1A petition that not only highlights your achievements, but it also convinces USCIS that you are indeed the cream of the crop. Well, why? Why do you even need to make this happen? Because USCIS does not grant approval if you just satisfy 3 out of 10 criteria. It conducts a lesser known second round of evaluation, which is known as the final merits determination, or what we colloquially call the FMD. In this round, they determine if all the evidence you have presented indeed speaks of your extraordinary ability and that you will be an asset to the United States of America. You can either prepare and file your petition on your own, or you can seek attorney's help to do so. Now, it's time to address the elephant in the room, the biggest challenges in the EB1A process thus far, the RFE, or request for evidence, in the next segment. After reviewing your EB1A petition, USCIS may feel the need for additional documentation or clarification. In that case, the officer reviewing your application may issue an RFE, or what's called a request for evidence. Now, does getting an RFE really mean the end of your EB1A journey? Well, certainly not. There's numerous cases where they issue an RFE and a good enough rebuttal or a response has won the case over. In fact, it's an opportunity to analyze what's really missing in your petition, because an RFE is never 2 pages. It's almost always around 15 pages long or 20 pages long for the EB1A. So realize what's missing in your petition, gather the necessary evidence and refile. However, if you feel like you've been wrongfully denied, you can challenge USCIS's decision in court. That is where you'll need an attorney services too. Don't be surprised though if USCIS schedules an interview round to further scrutinize your eligibility. They are well within the law to do that. It happened when I applied for my EB1A green card because Trump stopped waiving off employment-based green card interviews. But there was no reason really to be terrified of the interview. Although I was a little skeptical about like, how should I be in the interview? How should I attend the interview? Stuff like that. But all in all, you just have to truthfully and confidently answer the questions that the USCIS officers may have about your work experience, about your achievements and future plans. I'm sure you are no stranger to interviews by now because you've had to go through a lot of visa interviews as well, and all the work interviews that you might have gone through as well. Now, is there a way to expedite your EB1A petition though? There certainly is. The USCIS offers a premium processing option for EB1A green card category by paying an additional fee, which I'm not going to tell now because this is soon going to be outdated and you'll need to refer the USCIS premium processing fee schedule to see what it is. But you can go ahead and check it out. So you can request a premium processing of your I-140 and reduce the wait time to just 15 calendar days. That being said, opting for premium processing does not mean that you'll always get an approval. You might get an RFE if your petition feels inadequate. But then the good thing about it is that if you want to get an RFE, if you're going to get an RFE, you would rather get it in 15 days than wait around 6 months and then realize that there was an RFE waiting for you. Now, reworking your EB1A profile and refiling does or may cause some delay as well. Now let's talk about the mistakes you can avoid in the EB1A green card process. There's no doubt that the EB1A process is super intricate. You may end up making mistakes that can result in a denial of your application as well. To increase your chances of success, avoid these common pitfalls that I'm about to tell you. Submitting incomplete or inaccurate forms, failing to provide sufficient proof of your extraordinary ability, not following the instructions set up by the USCIS, and many more mistakes that you can do, but these are the key mistakes that people do, in addition to not having a well-documented case or a well-prepared case. It's super important for you to carefully review your EB1A petition to ensure completeness and accuracy before filing as well. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, that's a lot to take in. It certainly is. I told you in the beginning, the EB1A is not a walk in the park. The process can indeed be intimidating and time-consuming without proper guidance and support. To maximize your chances of approval and skip the hassle, consider joining the Smart Green Card program. With expert guidance and personalized assistance, we can help you build a stellar EB1A profile and navigate the intricacies of the process. To explore the Smart Green Card program, click the link in the description below. And there you have it, folks, the complete EB1A process explained. Feel free to leave your questions in the comments below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more valuable insights. Until next time, stay driven and keep reaching for your dreams. This is Saiman Shetty signing off.